Well, hey kids, how's everybody out there in YouTube land this evening? Everything is fine and dandy here on the good ship Lily 2. Trying to get things organized, I guess, and planned and routed and whatever. I don't know. So, hello Frank, hey Trav, what's up? Hey Armco, Don, how's everybody going this evening? Hey Tom Travis, how are you guys all doing this evening? So, not much to report going on here. We really didn't do much of anything. Hey Johnny Hag, hey John Dolan. Just trying to figure out what we're going to do. That's all. Just trying to figure out what we're going to do. So, hey, Spoken. Hey, Pilot, how are you? Everybody's rolling in. Hey, Country Cruiser, what's going on, man? Everything is going just hunky-dory tonight. Everything is hunky-dory. Hey, Miss Shar, how's things in the Big Apple? You guys ever make it into New York City? New York City? I was wondering if you ever made it in there or not. I know you were heading in that direction, so I assume you probably did, but I didn't hear any confirmation. So, yes, John, the boat calmed down. Oh, it was so nice. About 3 a.m. this morning, actually, about 3 a.m., something like that this morning. The winds turned around and ended up being more from the east, and the anchorage calmed down. And I could finally get some sleep, which was much, much needed. So, hey, Paul. Hey, Alexander. How you doing, Plastic? What's up? So, yes, I was relieved. Yeah, I didn't see King of Chuck come in. Frank, I don't know where you see King of Chuck in here, but I don't see King of Chuck having posted anything. So, all was well in the Big Apple. Good trip. All right, good deal. Glad you had a good time. So, hey, Wood Beast, how you doing? Howdy ho, hello. So, good to see everybody here. So, yeah, Frank, I'm not sure who you're talking to. I didn't notice any comment from King of Chuck, so I don't know that he was here, but... Hey, Steve Garrity, how you doing? Why the long face? Oops, forgot you trimmed. Yeah. And not long, just trimmed. So, just trimmed up a little bit, that's all. Anywho, we're doing fine. Hey, Mark, or hey, Hank, rather, I'm sorry. I was reading your your back name, so. JR, leave Frank alone. I'm not going to tolerate that nonsense. If you don't like somebody else, just leave it alone. People, if you can't say something good, don't say anything at all, period. So, hey, J.R. Brown, how you doing? Carl, that's not me. Oh, do we have 2 no plastics in the house? Okay. Even said hello to me at 1908. I'm not sure what 1908 represents, but okay. Any more plans for you getting underway? Well, Paul, I've been kind of underway. I'm in Cape May, New Jersey. I am right next to the Coast Guard Training Center. I had a long conversation with some Coasties today, and apparently this is the Coast Guard training station here in Cape May, New Jersey. This is where all the Coast Guard people have to go to start their career in the Coast Guard. So, okay, Frank, I don't have a timeline available to me on here, so I did not see any. I didn't see any comment. I'm going to go back through and look, but. Yep, I am not seeing it, and I'm on live chat instead of top chat, so I'm seeing everything as far as I know. So, whatever. Okay. Hey, Love to Sail, how you doing? Sink through hole with bilge pump. Could you share the sink through hole with the bilge pump? probably could, but I'd have to rig up some sort of backflow preventer, and I don't think that would work because the through hole would be pressurized, but the sink is not pressurized. So, okay. Take care of that real quick. Oh, the games these people play, unreal. How is the anchor holding now, Carl? I still have had a drag issue with my cowl. She's solid. The anchor is working perfectly. My small modifications that I did by adding a weight onto the line seems to have done the trick. We had really bad wind blowing through here at a very exposed angle, and I had no difficulty whatsoever holding my position. The anchor did not drag at all here. Well, I won't say it didn't drag at all. It looked like it originally set, and then somewhere in that first 24 hours, there was a slight movement of it, but not, you know, like maybe it went 6 or 8 feet and then stuck again. So it seems to be working now, and we really had some seriously high winds. We had 22 to 24 mile per hour sustained winds with gusts up into 35 and 40s, and it held through all of that. So I mean, the boat was just bouncing around like crazy. So I was real pleased to see that happen. So just had an old neighbor stop and visit. Now he lives in Chicago. I thought of you and Doug. It was good. Yeah, Pilot, that's always cool to reconnect with people like that. So Smoking says no. Okay. Haven't heard from the Sailmaster guy. You guys? Nope, Sailmaster's not going to be on the channel. Trolls make good bait. Yeah, I sent you some photos of my cowl through holes. I have a head hole tank plumb too. Want to see some? Yeah, send me photos if you want, but I kind of know what I'm going to go about and what I need to do. So, hey, Vincent, moderators, go look at the channels. They don't bother to duplicate all. Yep, and if you would, moderators, please look at the 2 no plastics and delete the troll if you would. That would be great if one of you guys could take the moment and do that. Grilling corn and bobs tonight. Corn and bobs. What do you mean bobs? Grilling corn and bobs. I don't know. Never had a bob for dinner, so. Doesn't have any content. You look relaxed now, Carl, and happy, which is nice to see. Yeah, well, thanks, love to sail. Yeah. Oh, shish kebabs. Okay, Dolan, I get it now, John. I see, said the blind man to his mute wife. So, yes, good weather today. Too rough to go out sailing. Still too much wind action out that stirred the sea up, so the wave heights were still up pretty high. So I sat tight today. I do have a weather window tomorrow. And so tomorrow, actually, that's what I've been doing today. I've been wrestling with a question today. And I've actually spoken to a few people. And Coast Guard guys give you any good advice? No, they didn't give me any good advice. Most of the conversation I had with the Coast Guard had to do with the ICW, the route out in front of us. I had some guy try to convince me that, you know, the ICW is going to be closed and you can't go south, and that I shouldn't think about going offshore, and I should just quit because you can't go anywhere, and blah, blah, blah. You know, the typical, you know, ignorant stuff that they do. And, but anyhow, I thought it would, you know, behoove me to go ahead and check and see what's going on. I did talk to the Coast Guard station in South Carolina, and as well as the stations in North Carolina, as well as the section head. And the word is there's no point where the ICW is closed at all anywhere between here and Florida. It's completely open. There are some areas with shoaling. There are some areas where some of the channel markers have been relocated, and so they're not. Uh-oh. You guys both timed out smoke. Okay, cool. Yeah, if that is in fact the wrong one, let's just go ahead and delete them. Not just time them out, but let's just get rid of it. So, anyhow, so yes, I wrestled with a question: who won? Nobody did. I still am wrestling with it. So, Annapolis will be a great opportunity for you. I don't think so, JR. I don't know that it's going to be any kind of opportunity at all, one way or the other. So. I'm on tax. Yeah, the film, but we will see. Okay, no plastic. I guess we got the right guy. So, Miss Lone Star taking her Cal 229 across oceans. Yeah, well, that would be foolish. So, I didn't say I wasn't going to Annapolis. How you doing, brother? Yep, I didn't say I wasn't going to Annapolis. I haven't decided, to be honest with you. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to reserve my decision for tomorrow as I exit the anchorage here. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to go get fuel. I'm going to fill my fuel tanks first thing in the morning, and then I'm going to decide which direction I'm going to go. So, am I going to go north up the Delaware, or am I going to go down the coast and start heading south? I don't know which is which yet. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Go to Annapolis. Yeah, JR. You know, I hear that, but. It's not like I'm worrying about it. I have other things that are a higher priority than wasting my time in Annapolis. So, both have no content on their page. I deleted and timed out one of them out for his comment. Okay, good deal. Channel for months now. Sorry I missed you last time. No problem, Douglas, buddy, no problem. Yeah, Tom, you're right. There's plenty of boat shows down the road. I said your channel is not boring. Wasting your time. You've been talking about this forever. You know, I've been talking about going to Annapolis, but to be clear, I've always said that if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. It's not a big deal. So either way, I was only trying to help you. Obviously, you can't take advice, but go ask the Coast Guard to check for an alert. They posted today. You know, Tuffy, I spoke to the Coast Guard today, and I spoke to them today. There's no closures anywhere on the ICW, none whatsoever. I should avoid Annapolis. Too many trolls going. You know, Bust, I am not going to let people like trolls affect my plans one way or the other. Whether I go to Annapolis or not has absolutely nothing to do with all the idiots and the trolls out there. So I refuse to rule my life based on their stupidity. So it kind of gets wasted on a daily basis. I take that in a positive light. Okay. Yeah. So I've got a lot of decisions to make. Going to Annapolis is about 100 miles out of my way. Whatever, JR. You can believe whatever the hell you want to say. Going to Annapolis is 100 miles out of my way, but it is better than going down the coast. I'm really not too keen on going down the coast any longer. I've done enough coast for here for a little bit. So head south before the cold hits. Yep, Steve, and that's kind of weighing on me too. It is getting cold. I would like to get going south. Actually, you know, it's sort of funny the things that I'm thinking about, because I've been reading some of the reports on Active Captain about some of the anchorages up in the Delaware, and you know, it's very shallow going up in the Delaware, but you know, very buggy, lots of bugs. You know, they talk about black flies and horse flies and no-see-ums and fruit flies and stuff, and so you know, I'm not sure. You know exactly what I'm going to do yet. So it remains to be seen what we're going to do. You got to live life your way. Thank you, Doug. And that meeting was all sorted out by someone who would be fun. They show bugger the trolls. Yeah, love to sail. That meeting was not all set up. Don't get sucked in by these trolls and their antics. There is no meeting set up anywhere at any time in any way, shape, or form. So just you and your boat, your dream. There you go, Steve. Exactly. Yep. My pilot, Sonny going. Tom February is a Miami boat show. That's right. Yep. Hey, Tickle. I think if you are keen, we can go together. I guess it's such a good show. Trolls not allowed in apparently. You'll figure it out. You know what you're doing. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing, and I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to do tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, I'm going to let everybody keep guessing. You know, and you know what? I even think, you know, for the next couple of nights, wherever I'm anchored at or staying at, I just may not tell anybody where I'm at. I may keep it a secret for a while. So your boat is going to look great in the turquoise waters down south. Yeah, my support all the way. Well, thanks, honeybees. I appreciate that, buddy. I really do. There is a meeting. I got invited. There are a few people going for sure. Didn't you get the email? No, Hank, I didn't get any email from anybody, which is why I know it's all troll nonsense. So it's because of funds that you aren't going. No, it has nothing to do with funds. Uh, yeah, well, whatever. I wouldn't tell anybody after you've left the anchors. There you go. That's kind of what I was thinking too. But I even think I may not say anything for a couple of days just to keep everybody, you know, on their toes. So yeah, I gotta go. Stay safe. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure all of these people that are telling me what a shame are just so bummed that I'm ruining all their troll-like plans that they had. So that's why I'm not telling anybody anything. Not a damn thing. So I live in Baltimore, Annapolis under coastal flood warning. Emergency management officials in Annapolis advise drivers to anticipate delays around flooded roads. Yeah, I heard that, Woodbees. In fact, there's rain tonight and tomorrow morning. So safety first, safety from trolls. Exactly, Steve. Yep. Bubba says, personally, I would skip it. Yep, I might very well do that. Hey, Kim Binks, how you doing, darling? Yep, I might very well do that. I might. I've been reviewing my options. I can go north up the bay, or I could head south. So I created their own channels about you, Carl. You're famous. Yeah, I've seen all that nonsense. It's a bunch of malarkey. So thank you, Frank. Appreciate that. Remember, the snow would never get very deep in the Keys. Yes, the snow does not get very deep in the Keys. That's very true. And you know, to me, that's one of the biggest factors. Going to Annapolis is only, distance-wise, it's only 100 miles out of my way. The distance for me to go up the Delaware, across the canal, down to Annapolis, and back down to where I dunk into the ICW, it's 100 miles longer going that way than it would be just banging down the coast. And I could bang down the coast. In fact, there's the very next stop I would make is a good spot where I could do a little provisioning pretty easy. There's about a mile walk to a grocery store, so it would be a good spot to stop and pick up a little fresh foods and stuff, which is needed. Although after I buy fuel tomorrow, I'm going to be broke again, so pretty much going to take the last of my cash just filling up the gas tanks tomorrow. Yeah, 100 miles out of the way. So that, and 100 miles, you know, that's 2 or 3 days any way you look at it. Plus then hanging out there for the boat show. I would get there like 4 or 5 days before the boat show. So I'd be hanging out like a week and wasting a week's time to go to Annapolis. So, you know, I'm not sure I want to do that. I think I'd rather get down to Florida working and making some money and get someplace warm and get into some clear blue water and see where we go from that. Even bad publicity is good publicity. Oh, it can be, yeah. Yeah, definitely. You go down through the Chesapeake, stop at Tangiers Island. They're having lots of erosion. The island, big government projects save the island from sinking. Huh. Okay, Coyote, that's something interesting. Hey, JR, you sell some stuff, buddy. Annapolis is a place politicians and wealthy people hang out, not being negative, just my opinion, man. Yep. Yeah, Wood Beast, there's a lot to be said for that. Well, there wouldn't be any bar tab, Vincent, I can assure you of that. How do you spotlight someone's name in red when you respond to them? You type an @ sign before their name. Just bad publicity, period. Okay. Yeah, Annapolis beer isn't cheap. Yep. Well, I wouldn't be going there to drink beer. So, I see any updates on all the repairs that need to be done and the diet, thanks in advance. Going to be by the time of year Florida's at its very best. Yep, that's true, Steve. Yep, very so. So anyhow, okay, so there's an obvious, there's an obvious troll. I'm working on it tonight. I made 3 new items from Teespring, has to, but the account, there's some kind of glitch. There's always some kind of glitch with Teespring, Frank. Every time I've had to deal with them, I've always seen something going on over there. So, just got here to the boat show. Well, Carter Hayes, you're way early. Volvo C90 2.5 with 125,000 miles on it, huh? All right, good deal. Good deal. So anyhow, I'm gonna just wait and see what goes on. I will decide in the morning, probably decide in the morning what I'm going to do. But you know, I start out the day by checking the weather and what's going on with the weather, and that is the biggest determining factor for me in what direction I should be going. Carl, if you're not real interested in the boat show, there's no reason to go 100 miles out of your way. Yeah, John, and that's, you know, the thing is that I'd like to get down to Florida and start earning. I'd like to start working and start making some money. Frankly, I'm a little tired of living in poverty and you know, hand to mouth and minimal amounts of income. I'd like to get down there where I can start working and generating some income. So it's not just the 100 miles going over to Annapolis, but it would also be, you know, what, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks of time wasted. So, you know, there's that as well. So the faster I get down to Florida, the faster I'll start having an income coming in, and the faster I can get myself into a better boat and have more comfort and. So, Tom, I actually did flip a coin today, and I won't tell you how it came out, but I already did that. So thanks for that. Travis, thanks for calling for some honest truths. Yeah, well, what are you going to do? So there'll always be another boat show. Yeah, actually, Kim, there's the Miami show that's going on in February. So there's always boat shows. Well, the chat's moving along here. Boat owner, Voyager here. Can I join up team? Yeah, I guess. Get yourself Florida before the cold weather comes. Yes, you need to get your real estate business going. Yes, I do, Doug. I need to get to work. I need to get to work so I can start. Cousin Richard, how you doing, man? Cousin Richard says, I had to smile when you said you were cold and wet there in Cape May. 13 weeks there, and that Coast Guard base is their training center. Yes, that's exactly right. This is basic training. Not officers training, but basic training. And Richard, just so you know, you know the area here. The Coast Guard base is about 800 yards to my east. I am in the anchorage just a little bit north of the Coast Guard station called G7. I'm in the G7 anchorage, if you know where that is. In fact, while I'm talking to you guys right now, I can hear the cadets out in the exercise field. I can hear their cadence from when they're out there working out right now. So I've been listening to that all day today, listening to the guys going on with their cadence while they work out. It's been kind of fun to experience that all day today, cuz. So my prediction is you're going to go to the boat show. Just putting it out there. Everyone else think. Okay. Get down to Florida, get some work, cash, Annapolis next time when you're cashed up and more set up. Yeah, well, there's that too, 12 degrees. There's not much point in going to Annapolis if I don't have any money to spend on anything. So, but you're selling and living the dream. You can't slant going to work, overrated. After trickle me feet. Hey, Gene, how you doing, buddy? I think Garlo's your best bet. Start working so you can afford the toys you want. There you go, Gene. Yep. I've been to many boat shows, and I'm not a good window shopper most of the time. It was more of a meet and greet thing. Yep. Get out there and PT with them. Yeah, right. I don't think I could stand 2 minutes out there with what those guys are doing. Yeah, they're hardcore. They're hardcore. So I should be able to see. I have the following channel for a while. Okay. Take my advice, you better skip Annapolis, I think. Okay, well. So it seems like the consensus of everybody is I should skip Annapolis. So, oh, Blackbeard, my monthly living expense budget's about $600 a month. So you approve the trolls correct in that they say you are a liar and a fraud. Carter Hayes, if me showing up in Annapolis makes a difference about being a liar or a fraud, then I really don't care to go to Annapolis. I mean, like I said before, I don't live my life for the trolls, and frankly, what they think of me matters not to me at all. There's much more important reasons about whether I should go or not go. So, Woodby says, it'll be a loss. I tried to get them to recognize your efforts by saving our waterway. Yeah, they don't really care. You should skip it, but when I do cash out, I'll have flow for about 10 years. There you go. They want him there to film them. Yeah, you're right, Bus. They just want me there to give me a hard time. So, Max me envious. It's such a great place to do deals and gear. Yeah. Yeah, if I had money, it would be. So, boat shows next year. Yep. Go play with your Care Bear dolls. Okay, I need to go. Everybody be safe. Thanks, Kim. We'll talk to you later, dear. Good night, darling. Let Lily decide. Where would you pick up the ICW if you go the ocean route? I would pick up the ICW in the exact same place in Norfolk, Virginia, right at the south end of the Chesapeake. Either way, I enter the ICW at the exact same place. So, yep, I will decide on that. You're very true, Wood Beast. I was at New York Boat Show 1960, the first Pearson Triton introduced. Oh, that's cool, Clint. Very cool. Zero star, man, talking about meeting the ship, fans everywhere. Someday you'll be in Florida doing your live stream from your cat. I can see that happening. Yep, Bust, absolutely. And the faster I get down there and start working, the faster that's going to happen. So, I think your resources would be better spent on your final goal. No plastic, I agree with that completely. Yeah, I agree with that completely. And so, all your guys' good advice is weighing heavily on me. So we'll see. We'll see what we're going to do. But, you know, somebody mentioned that, and so it'd be interesting to see here. Why don't you guys go ahead and just post on here, yay or nay. Go to Annapolis or don't go to Annapolis. Let's just see a yay or a nay, and see which way the vote goes. But it sure looks like to me, and looking at who's actually posting, you know, you know, certain people, I value their opinion much more than others. So, you know, their opinion is more weighted. Yeah, so look at that. Oh, no, yeah, okay, nay. Yeah, it looks pretty much like the nays have it, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh. And of course, it's all these people with names I've never heard of before that are the ones saying, yeah, go. So, hey, Cliff, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you here. Boat show would be more fun with spare cash. Restaurant bars, if you... Yes, it would be, Bubba. It'd be a lot of fun with more cash. So, Billy says no. Mike says no. Bubba says, nah. Okay. All right, 6-7, you won't go. Okay. Huh. You will decide correctly in the fullness of time. Don, always sage advice. Thank you, sir. You don't have a schedule. Yeah, well, yes, I do have a schedule. Hey, diddly do. Yes, I do have a schedule. My schedule is I want to get myself working as soon as possible. That's my schedule. So, deep subject. Ooh, there you go. Deep subject. Anyhow, so I guess we'll see tomorrow. Well, no, we won't, because regardless of what the decision is, I'm not going to tell you guys where I'm at for the next couple of days anyway. So, yeah, guys, I've said numerous times. I need to pick up a can of what is it? I bought paint thinner, and I need what do they call it? I bought the wrong chemical for cleaning the glue up and stuff. I bought paint thinner, and I need a different chemical. I'm blocking off the top of my head here on what it is, but I bought the wrong chemical. There was 2 containers right next to each other. I thought I was grabbing the right one. Acetone. Yes, thank you. I wanted to buy acetone, and instead I grabbed the paint thinner instead. So now I'm going to have to go... I'm going to have to go change that, and so there won't be any work done on the boat until that happens. So, okay. Well, where did I say? Oh, you got deleted them already. Okay, you got deleted them for me, so. Hey, Dave, buddy, thank you. Dave just hit my PayPal. Appreciate it, Dave. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. Carl, at the end of November last year, CoinJock was frozen over solid on the Intercoastal on its node in Charleston. Yeah. I'm well aware of the weather coming, Steve. That's one of the reasons why I'm motivated to get south as soon as I can. So, nay this year, yay next year on your dream boat. Oh, maybe. I love living in Maryland, but Annapolis is home for the politicians and the wealthy people. God bless them. Okay. Marketing might be better. Acetone for MKP might be better than acetone for cleaning PVC. Huh, okay. I'm not sure what MKP is, but call if you need the acetone to go to the dollar store and get fingernail polish remover. It's the same thing. Yeah, Coyote, I saw that. Yep, I saw that. So how long to get to Florida? It all depends on what route I take, JR. It all depends. Snow, we got snow in Savannah last year. Wow. Acetone. Yes, acetone. That's what I need is acetone. And you know, there was the same company, MPK, same as acetone. Oh, okay. The same company had, you know, they had all their cans lined up, all the different product. There was acetone, and then paint thinner was right next to it. I grabbed what I thought was a can of acetone, but apparently I grabbed the paint thinner instead. Methyl ethyl ketone peroxide, I think. Okay, so that is acetone then. On autopilot and bilge pump before other chores. Okay. Oh, do it next year. Yep, there you go. Do it next year. Okay. All right, guys. So that's, are my comments visible? Yes, Trav, they're visible. I love the smell of acetone. I love the smell of acetone in the morning. From Florida, from Ohio, can't you start working from the boat? Yes, Blackbeard. Actually, I very much am going to do that, actually. I'm very much going to start doing that. But I'm not going to start doing that until I'm, you know, in that, you know, 30-day out window, something like that. I don't want to get into a situation, you know, if I was in Ohio while I was doing my marketing, if somebody called and said, hey, I want to list my house with you, I could have jumped in my car and been there, you know, in the next day. I don't have that availability on the boat, but I can start getting all of my preliminary stuff organized and have all that in place. And then I can start going ahead and getting all my marketing prepared ahead of time, so that as soon as I get there, I can, start, or actually maybe even a week before I get there, start putting everything into gear. So I'm very much right now organizing. In fact, one of the reasons why I haven't been getting a lot of boat projects done, and I've tried to explain this to people, is I have other priorities that I'm working on. And, I make a whole lot more money as a realtor than I would make here continuing with what I'm doing forever. So, let's see. Doesn't the autopilot work? I thought it just had to be. Yep, it works, just has to be calibrated, but... You're young, can easily make it to work next time. But other trolls, they have you rattled, I guess. They don't have me rattled at all. Not a bit. Ask Lily if you should go. Oh, hey, Steve Newbie. Take care, buddy. We'll see you later. Boat show of used boats. Is there any there? Huh. Time to save up money, time for a real good time at show. Yeah, well, right now I need to save up money to get my business going. That's what I need to be saving my money for. And that's weighing very heavily in me too, because it's not just a time delay, but, time is money. And being at the boat show, $31 for a ticket to go to the boat show, and then food while I'm there, and that's just delaying stuff. And so right now I need all the funds I can organize together. So, we need to get that going. So, yeah, I'm going to work for a realtor to put up their own shingle. Bust, I am a licensed real estate broker right now in Florida, so I'm just going to reactivate my existing license there. Actually, my license is active. It's just my multiple listing service membership is on pause right now. So. Firearm of the boat, did the federal supersede the state laws? No, federal does not supersede state laws, but I don't have a gun on the boat anyway, so. Keep your travel plans close to the chest. It seems you have many people who like to dick with you. That's very true. If Annapolis sent a press pass, it would be another story. Not necessarily, Doug. Not necessarily. This is very expensive, isn't it? Yes, the multiple listing service is very expensive, yes. Why are so many people so cruel? I don't know, Smoke, and they really are. And this is the thing. I don't want to get sucked into this nonsense again, but, for all these things that these trolls claim I do, none of it is nearly as offensive as the way these trolls have been treating me. I'm just going to put that out there. I would never treat somebody the way these trolls are treating me. So, they're easy to get. Another channel, they got theirs already. Just need a good covering letter. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, not only treating you. Yeah, treating everybody else, and anybody that knows me or likes me or supports me. It's like an all-out attack on all of them. I mean, these guys are just a virus. They're just a simple virus. So, I'm glad to say you're playing your cards close to your vest. Thank you, Doug. No talk, don't worry, just a thought. Oh, I don't think the show people give a damn about the trolls one way or the other. So, I doubt they even know about it. What the hell tight? Slipstream, my anchor held perfectly. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, my anchor held perfectly, didn't budge a bit. I'm real happy with it. I built a lot of confidence in it the last 48 hours here. We had some real high-speed winds coming through. I mean, my rig was just shaking. The whole boat was twisting and knocking and shaking, and the boat didn't move a bit. So, I just started following the channel. Yeah, I may downgrade my cable to basic so I can join Patreon. Well, there you go. Really doubt people are monitoring YouTube selling channels. Yeah, I don't think they are adequately. To their loss, they should, because the YouTube channels, you know, I mean, obviously, when you look at, you know, La Vagabond and Delos and Uma and Gone with the Winds and some of these bigger channels, and you see the views and the attention that they have, there's a lot more people watching YouTube videos about sailing than there is reading any and all of the sailing magazines combined. Just saying. So, yep. All right. So with all that said, let's go ahead and do shameless shout out. Let's go ahead and put that out there. Anybody that has a YouTube channel and they want to promote their YouTube channel, go ahead and give yourself a shameless shout out. And let's give everybody a shot. So, hey Andy, how you doing, brother? Good to see you here. So, okay. Anyhow, give yourself a shameless shout out. I know Douglas has a channel. He's doing Garage Talk with Doug Saturdays at 5 o'clock. Slipstream's got a channel. Tickleby Finn's got a channel. Anybody that's got a good channel going, go ahead and give yourself a shout out. So Old Sea Dog and Ran, yep, there you go. Yeah, Clint, you know, I have a little concern about Ran. The last video I saw, they were up in Alaska. Man, this is the wrong time of year to be up in Alaska. I hope their videos are way behind where they are actually. I would hate to think that they're still up in Alaska. They should have crossed the Gulf of Alaska, you know, back in September or really August, because now it's all storm season up there. This is not the time of year to be up in Alaska, not on a sailboat. So I know, I had a sailboat up in Alaska. Oh, bluegills for dinner. There you go, John. Fixing up the Island Packet 31. There you go, David. I hope it's coming together nicely for you. Shameless shout out, probably get me a beer. Shout out and pray for world peace and the end of trolls. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice, Wood Beast, huh? I don't have a channel, but I'll promote myself anyway. There you go, Paladin. World peace it is. Yes, it's Miss Lily. She came over to get some loving. She'll do this. She'll just come. Okay. So Ran is 6 months behind. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I'm glad that they're not up in Alaska this time of year. So, yeah, Miss Lily comes over and just sort of plops her head on my chest, and then pushes. Come on, stop, and just pushes as hard as she can into me, like she's a big bulldozer trying to knock me over. So I don't. Stop. Get back. Quit doing that. I like that you give me hugs. I don't like that you push me over. So, way gone over a month ago, was here in July. Okay. YouTube's favorite dog. Thanks, Clint. Down in Canadian waters, Vancouver Island. Okay, so they're down by Seattle then. That's where they should be this time of year. So, yes, Vincent, Miss Lily is stocked up on dog food. Yep. All right. Well, anyhow, guys, I guess that's it. We kind of touched all the bases. I would go stealth down the Chesapeake Bay to the ICW. Okay. She's like my cat. Okay. Yeah, Dave. I'm in Cape May, New Jersey, very southern tip of New Jersey. I'm thinking about just continuing offshore. 3 more days offshore, and I would be be entering into the ICW. Or 3 more days, I could be in 3 days. I could either be in Annapolis, or in 3 days, I could be entering the ICW. A full week ahead of schedule, of at least a week, if not more, maybe 10 days. So, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but. Yeah, the ICW is a mess right now. There is some debris floating in it, but it's not. It's cleaning up very quickly. They're doing an admirable job of getting it all cleaned up. So it was a hard job. Okay, there you go. Well, thank you for your service. If you served in the military, we certainly appreciate it. So. Anyhow, kids, with that said, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the plug here. For those people that donated to my Patreon and PayPal tonight, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. and much needed at the moment. I really got to start squirreling away some funds. I have a lot of big expenses coming in. Is there good harbors on the way? Yes, Dave, there are. There's a couple of good harbors, some good harbors, some not so good harbors, but you know, adequate. So that's what's coming up. So we will see. So anyhow, guys, we will have more for you sometime tomorrow. I'm not sure when and if I'm going to let everybody know exactly where I am or where I'm going, but we'll check in and say hello anyway. So anyhow, guys, be good and be careful. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Oh, and in the description down below, there's links to my PayPal and Patreon should you want to contribute to the adventure. Thanks, guys. All donations greatly appreciated and needed. Thank you. Good night, everybody.